Hello. So today I am going to be having this double fudge red velvet cake batter and coffee ice cream combo from Cold Stone. I don't know what's going on with their freezing machines, but we're going for it. So it is currently 9:28 and I just got done with eating with a friend at a place. Oh my god, it's so good. I got pulled pork barbecue with over basically kettle chips with cheese and sour cream there. But we did not get dessert. It went really, really good. I'm actually pregnant right now. And she is also, and we're actually only 2 months away from each other. When she told me that she was pregnant, it gave me, we worked together, or we did work together. I resigned from my position, long story. I'm going to choose to be a stay-at-home mom. But anyways, and I'm moving. We'll get into that later. But I think I got too big of a size. My eyes were bigger than my stomach. But I love it. I probably should have got the like it. Anyway, so we went out to eat. We were just talking about our similar situations. We both have had kids with our first person, I guess, and then we had now I'm engaged and she's married. We're gonna get married before we have our baby, but we got engaged and then immediately the excitement of being married, and then being like, oh my god, we're gonna have a family, we're gonna be a family together, we pretty much chose to get pregnant. I was off birth control, I was tracking my cycle, whatever. Anyways, so we're in similar situations because we both had toxic people we broke up with that we had a kid with. I had 2 with my ex. She had 1. This is my 3rd that I'm pregnant with now. And anyway, so we're just talking about our thoughts and what we're gonna do with our lives basically now. We both really want to be stay-at-home moms. This fudge is really good, but I want to taste the other flavors, but they're buried. Oh, by the way, I'm 27. I have 2 kids. Pregnant with my 3rd. I'm actually currently going through the process of before I move, I'm kind of doing the schooling to become a registered home daycare provider, a home family child care provider in the state I'm moving to, because I want to I still like the financial freedom, and I always want to maintain my financial freedom by having an income, just because I, as a woman, I never really want to have to ask other people, like, can I buy this? Like, is it like that dependence level? Nope. Not for me. Cannot do. I want to be like, I make this money. I determine how I spend this money. Like, if I want to buy something for my kids or myself, I want to be like, this is what I'm buying. I made this, so I get to choose what I do. I think that's where a lot of women are nowadays. Like, if we can be both, like a great mom and even a stay-at-home mom with the child care provider thing, and so a great mom. I'm even going to homeschool my daughter. It's going into her kindergarten year, like next year. Like, if we can be a super mom and be making income and bringing it in, spending money on vacations, and like, I'm gonna fucking do that. Like, I'm just gonna do that. Like, the dependency of women, I don't know about you, but I'm sick of it. I will definitely never be a beggar in my life. Now, I'm also known, I know that I have been managing my attachment style, which is anxious avoidant. Not a very good combination to have, but being aware of it in therapy and whatnot, I've learned to act in a way that is secure. But it's not without its struggles, though. I am always battling with anxious avoidant thoughts. I just got into the half that's the coffee. It's so good. Oh, I had that adrenaline rush up my spine. It's a combo of all of them. I haven't had ice cream in a really long time, people. Anyway, so being anxious avoidant, I have come to a place where I accept the parts of me that I cannot change, but I also know the healthy way to be. So I know how, put it this way, knowing that I am so afraid of being dependent on others, I'm like, okay, well, instead of ostracizing everybody and living on my own, like I don't know what animal does that, like some bobcat or something. A cake batter, red velvet cake batter. You can taste like they do put some type of cake in here. I don't know. I know, okay. Even though I am my most like safe, comfortable with being myself person when I'm alone, I do enjoy others. And even though I fear deeply being dependent on others, the way I can manage that in a healthy way is be like, hey, I have to have an income source. It doesn't have to be a lot, but it has to be enough to where I feel safe, and I feel safe enough to where I can spend what I want, because asking for things comes very difficult. It's very difficult for me to ask for things. I also have to know that, like, being anxious avoidant, I need to know that if things were bad, I could leave. And in a weird way, I don't know, it's not weird to me, but To some people, they'd be like, what? But I need to know that, like, actually what makes me be able to be secure is knowing that I could if I had to. Like, I could never act in a way that would be anywhere close to secure attachment not making some income. I would start to, and I have done this in previous relationship, I would not self-advocate enough, and I would be, the stress of having to ask for things and be dependent on others would drive me to not ask, and then for me to slowly be driven insane, because asking would cause stress, but also not getting what I do need to ask for, but I can't because I feel stressed about asking. Just stress on top of stress. So the only way for me to be secure is to actually, I guess, build that financial foundation for myself to where I feel confident and feel that I'm worth loving, and also not overly dependent, so I'm not a burden. Now, of course, do I know that I'm good enough on my own? Objectively, yes. I believe somebody would be, even my person that I'm marrying, my fiance, would be fully willing to support me without me doing anything. But I would slowly start to respect my own opinions less and feel less willing to share them if I didn't have some power that I was showing through my contribution. So, in the way I'm talking, I find that typically, like, if a man was saying this, like, people would be like, yeah, that's completely healthy. Of course, that makes sense. You feel that to have an opinion in the relationship, you have to contribute. Makes sense. Oh, I'm getting cold. But for some reason, like, right now, there's this, like, which I'm like all for, I watch the content, but I just can't fully relate. There's this, like, movement of women that are like, a man should put you in a feminine state where you receive endlessly and you don't have to do anything. No work, whatever. And I'm like, I'm sorry, but y'all have obviously not grown up in a situation where that was a thing. Because if you would have, I did, by the way. My mom didn't work. My dad, made all the money, and he had many female friends, made my mom very jealous, and she always took it out on us in the way that of yelling, whatever, because she was always anxious and she had no say what he did, where he was didn't know, he lied to her, whatever. He had all the power. Of course. Was that abuse? Of course. Are there healthy relationships where the men have all the money and don't? Yeah, but power corrupts. We know this. And, like, unless you marry Jesus fucking Christ, I think a natural power distribution is going to be a little bit thrown off by only one person making all the money. I'm just saying. Because it's just like what I said. When you're not making the money, or any money, it's like your opinions on what you think should be happening or what you want are just opinions. They have no weight to them. It's all up to the judge, which the person who makes the money is the judge. I want to be on the jury. I want us both to be jurors. I don't know if that analogy fits. Just on the coffee part. Now, I like the other two, but this is part of my favorite part, coffee. I don't drink coffee on a normal basis. It stresses me out. But I want to be an equal partner. And in today's society, to be honest, both men and women don't respect each other unless they're equal in practically like all the ways. Men will never be able to catch up with us on the giving birth front. They won't. They can't. Women are expected to do more. We just are. But it can be a complete power move and a fucking confidence boost to be like I'm just saying, like, to be able to be like, I make money, I'm a good mom, and as soon as I'm able to do my thing, which I'm going to keep you guys updated on that with the childcare business thing, if I'm able to be a stay-at-home mom that brings in the money, that takes our people on vacation, that, you know, is able to upkeep herself and like stay fit, stay fit, stay looking good, that's the same thing. Self-care, whatever. Be a great mom, stay-at-home mom, and just be a like equal financial contributor. Like, damn, I feel like that almost deserves more credit than just a man being a financial contributor, because it's like we birthed the child and are mostly responsible for them in the infant years, for sure. Like, it's a complete like flex to get all pregnant and big and then lose that and get right back into shape and then be making money. It's like, oh my God. I had no fucking confidence. None. Before I had kids. But then I had 2 home births, by the way. Having 2 home births, taking complete credit for the fact of giving birth to them naturally, and then being able to like financially like support them. There is no greater confidence boost than knowing you are fucking strong and you can do whatever the fuck. You can give birth to babies, you can support those babies. Like, to my avoidant self, obviously. That makes me super happy to be like, I can do it on my own if I have to. Obviously, I don't want to. I really don't want to. And I see, and my fiance and I have like seen the why in raising. You need 2 parents in a household for the kids to turn out like not fucked up. They need the loving base, but they also need the firm boundary holder. Without the firm boundary holder, the mom gets walked all over and disrespected. Without the lover and provider, or lover and secure like loving, caring attachment of the mom. I know from my last relationship, because he did not have a loving relationship with his mom, they turn into like sociopaths that don't know how to be compassionate or caring towards people. And that is sad. It's really sad. Both ends is bad though. So they need both. They do. And that's why also I've come to accept that although my anxious avoidant attachment would have me very well happiest on my own, it would not ever make my children happy. And more than anything, I want my children to be happy and to be raised well. And I also do like having someone who cares for me and somebody I care for. I hate that whole fucking thing. That was a shit ton. I didn't think I could do that. And also, I knew the only way for me to heal from this so super traumatic past relationship that made me actually anxious avoidant, or before I was just anxious. After him, 10 years, I became avoidant. Sometimes the only way to heal from relationships is to receive the opposite and to know that it wasn't you, it was that person. Just like the way to heal from, used to be anorexic and bulimic, I'm not anymore. The only way to heal from that is to allow yourself, not allow yourself, but like just like let go, and then experience the complete opposite and have no guilt and know that you're deserving of it and you always were. Anyway, okay, that's the end. Have a nice day. That was a good first video.